The positive reviews are not wrong. The negative reviews are not wrong. Toy Story 5 is a sad, strange little movie that has the heart it needed to justify its existence, but has the most corporate take on a message freaking the heck out of people these days. They have no respectable stance on iPad babies, and we all knew they were never going to say anything substantial on it, but this is the biggest non-take they possibly could have taken in the history of having takes. Now, the only question left to ask is, do I start with the good, the bad, or the ugly? Oh yeah, and this is a heavy spoiler video because I have no self-control and no chill. So only watch if you've seen the movie, do not wish to, or aren't the type to care about being spoiled. They do exist. I know a couple people who typically don't care if they're spoiled or not.
Nice poncho.
The dialogue in the first half of the movie is a bit clunky. Their on-the-nose conversations leave no room for subtlety, and dude, no one says tech. Call them devices, call them technology, call them screens. I don't know anyone who calls these things tech. I'm sorry. I just can't take any of this seriously when Jesse's having this conversation with the abandoned toys about how the screens have ruined their lives, and it sounds like a bunch of 80-year-olds in the middle of a gripe sesh. I can't take it seriously, guys. And Buzz, no, they did not fix his character. He has more agency? He's smarter this time? Rubbish! Name one thing he did on his own accord, the entire movie. He got the 50 buzzes to stop rampaging. Cool. He had one conversation. That's less than he did in the fourth! Even though he was blindly following his voice box like a 2-year-old, at least he was doing cool action-y stuff. This version of Buzz is the worst I've seen so far. This version of Buzz is Jesse's simp, and nothing else. Simp. Noun. Simp is a slang term describing someone who exhibits excessive sympathy and attention towards another person, typically to someone who does not reciprocate the same feelings, in pursuit of affection or an intimate relationship. Can I say how sick I am of simp culture? It's not funny, it's not cute, it's a horrible example that's getting kids today stuck in toxic, obsessive relationships. Buzz obsessing over being Jesse's chosen deputy to the point of getting into petty squabbles with Woody is immature and annoying. The only thing Buzz talks about for most of the movie is his intentions to propose to her. Whenever he talks to her, she's dismissive and standoffish. He doesn't even get to do the proposing. He chokes it, and Jesse has to speed up the moment so they don't get hit by a car. Portraying Buzz as the bride at the end says it all. This is not Buzz. This is a Jesse-obsessed moron who needs to beg mommy to notice him every 5 seconds. Woody's barely in the movie at all. You can cut him out and the movie doesn't change, which is a shame because I actually really liked his involvement in this story. And I'm sorry, but the toilet humor is atrocious. It doesn't matter that Smarty Pants is a decent character on his own. The dirty humor is hard to sit through. This isn't Despicable Me. It's a Toy Story movie. What happened? This could be an entire video of its own, but it won't be because I don't understand it yet. What is the audience that thinks an excessive amount of this kind of humor is the bee's knees? Do we want to foster a generation that likes it to this extent? Is it just about jingling keys for toddlers, or do you literally not know how to write a joke? I wish I understood so I could complain about it more, but I don't, so I'm gonna put a pin in it there. The climax is messy. Yes, partially because of Lilypad, but we'll talk about her later. Right now, I want to focus on how the entire climax hinges on nothing burger logic and things happening just to happen. Of course the toys can catch up with a moving truck. They took a shortcut. And the 50 buzzes are drones because they have to get off the truck somehow. How long can they get away with sending messages back and forth for Bonnie and Blaze before someone thinks their devices have been hacked? Seriously! So the beginning was bad. The ending was bad. The middle was definitely of use somehow. What am I going to put in the good section? For yes, I do actually have one.
It's been too long, cowboy.
Yeah, the movie looks good. Pixar movies always do. Well done. I'm being sincere, I just don't have that much to say about it, honest. I actually really like Woody's involvement in this movie. All of the cringiest old man jokes made it into the trailer. Woody actually gets some of the best joke moments in the movie. And we can thank our lucky stars that Bo is barely around. She's still as sarcastic to Woody as ever, which is a bummer, but at least we don't have to watch much of it this time. I liked Forky's jokes. I liked Smarty Pants as a character because when he wasn't spouting out lame toilet jokes, he's actually got a super fun personality and an endearing part in the story. And now to the most substantial part of the good section. What Toy Story 5 was trying to say. Why doesn't anyone want to be my friend? That is a gut punch of a question, made even more heartbreaking by an amazing line delivery. This is the question everyone from the age of 6 to 30 is asking right now. Why can't we seem to make friends when we want them so badly? Is there no way to connect with people if we're being ourselves or if we're not on the internet? What is a friend? Now, Blaze is definitely a Mary Sue, but while she would have benefited from an arc, there are so many characters getting arcs already that I suppose her not having one doesn't ruin the movie. What she and Bonnie go through with loneliness as a reward for trying to do everything right is an amazingly timely topic to cover, as the panic attack scene in Puss in Boots was, and anxiety was in Inside Out 2. There is heart in watching these two girls. There is heart in Jessie finding the time capsule of Emily's daughter. That was lovely. The heart of this movie is beating, but it's beating on life support.
I'm always listening.
Toy Story 5 Interactive Lily Pad Tablet for toddlers ages 3 to 5 years. $27.97 USD. 100 plus spots since yesterday. I would be shocked if Disney was ever interested in saying anything about technology with this movie. They wanted to make another Toy Story movie. They needed a relevant topic, and this is pretty relevant. There is no depth or respect to this topic. Yes, Bonnie is completely absorbed into this tablet, and she gets cyberbullied. But we're not going to talk about any of this because Disney didn't. Woody and Buzz pushed her screen time limit down to 1 hour, and Bonnie's dad turned off the chat. That is all the care Disney put into addressing both of these plot points. The first one was a joke, so I don't even know why I listed it. So that is the amount of care I will put into its inclusion in my video essay. They put a lot more effort into this message. Tech and toys, they ain't that different, partner. Lilypad just wanted the best for her kid. She just went about it the wrong way. Jessie is mean and prejudiced for disliking devices because we're going to compare the basicest of basic toddler developmental toys to an iPad. Give your kids them tablet thingies, but also buy them toys, preferably our tablets and toys, because no one decides how they grow up. You just gotta ride the wave of the culture and hope that it washes your kids on the sandy beaches of responsible adulthood. Guys, look, I don't care who disagrees with me. Kids should not have tablets or smartphones or laptops. Social media is a disaster. The blue light from the screens is causing anxiety and poor sleep. Most, if not all, the parental control options we have are a joke. I'm looking at you, YouTube. Kids don't need these things. We as adults need to be making a better world for the children, and shoving tablets in their faces is the opposite of that. Are we going to pretend that kids growing up twice as early as anyone is... Disney just wants to sell lily pads and Woody, Buzz, and Jessie dolls. That's why everyone is friends at the end. That's why Lilypad's arc is copy and pasted from Anxiety's arc and Inside Out 2. New antagonist is introduced. They're quirky and seem well-meaning, but the main character doesn't trust them. The antagonist pushes all the protagonists away and takes complete control over the kid they care about. This goes horribly wrong, so they double down in hopes of fixing their own mistake. Eventually, they realize they were wrong and join forces with the protagonist to fix what they broke. They did it better in Inside Out. Look, 5 was better than 4. Congratulations, you beat 4. But just like 4, I think this movie was a mistake, pushes a bad message, and hurts Woody and Buzz. In 4, Woody abandons his family to pursue a toxic relationship with a girl he hasn't seen in 9 years because he had a momentary crisis of feeling useless. In 5, Buzz has no more purpose in life outside of simping for Jessie, and Disney sings the praises of iPads. I'm not disappointed. I'm just mad. We wrote a prelude to our own fairy tale about a parachute at a church rummage sale with a mean sewing machine and miles of thread. We sewed the day above LA in navy and red. We wound the racetrack through your mom's kitchen chairs and fought the shadows back down your dark basement stairs. Now to death, you held your breath, and I tried not to yawn. You made my frowns turn upside down. Now all my worries are gone. I'll be out of my mind, and you'll be out of ideas pretty soon. So let's spend the afternoon in a cold hot air balloon. We lean to touch the treetops over town. I can't wait to kiss the ground wherever we touch back down. Wherever we touch back down. I'll be out of my mind, and you'll be out of ideas pretty soon. So let's spend the afternoon in a cold hot air balloon. Lean out to touch the treetops over town. I can't wait to kiss the ground